As you know, France is supporting the initiative for 1000 since its launching back in 2015. And we are very keen on pursuing this support. France is the first contributor to the budget of the initiative and supports actively the research for new partners. We are spending 150,000 euros, and we also have a French civil servant that is there to support the project. We have also additional financing through our research institute. Why? Well, the reason, you know it all, is because the good health of the soil is an indispensable leverage to fight against climate change. The good health of soils is key to address the challenges that are related to all the Rio conventions: climate, erosion of biodiversity, and fight against desertification. The region is especially victim of the degradation of soils and of the drop of agricultural yields. And at the same time, it is very severely impacted by drought that comes as a result of global warming, and that is, of course, jeopardizing food self-sustaining. But in addition to the drop of yields, the degradation of soils has a number of other adverse consequences of large scales that are difficult to assess and measure, but these impacts encompass poverty, human health, meteorological phenomenon such as sand and dust storms, with the cost that is over $150 billion for the MENA region. And of course, there's an impact on the ecosystems. According to World Bank, a number of studies have shown that the costs of the degradation of soils are related to high losses of ecosystems and incomes that are much higher in the MENA region as compared to other regions. This phenomenon of soil degradation might be assessed around 1% of GDP. Well, this is why it's very important to have and acquire the means to implement solutions that have already proven very efficient, setting up a number of practices, sustainable practices, is absolutely necessary. Among these practices, well, agroecology, agroforestry, of course, integrated practices of culture, breeding, and forest management are really an approach that has shown its efficiency for sustainable management of soils in arid zones. France, of course, supports a number of these agricultural projects that are based on agroecologic practices that are less greedy in inputs, and we will continue to do so. In this region, MENA, France is co-financing a project called SUPMED in Egypt and Lebanon via our French Fund for the Global Environment, FFEM, and our contribution is 1.7 million euros. This project is aiming at an efficient use of water and trying to promote an efficient choice of the seeds and cultures that are adapted to the resources of the soils. In the world, the support of FFEM through agricultural projects, respecting, of course, the principles and basis of agroecology, but also projects to fight against waste and pollution, projects of energy efficiency and human development or sustainable human development is about 35 million euros on a yearly basis, and 2/3 of these projects are here in Africa, and it generates a number of real investments that amount to more than 100 million euros since our projects supported by FFEM are co-financed. In the whole world, the AFD, which is the French Development Bank, French Development Agency, is implementing a number of projects that are integrating the same principles of sustainable agriculture, sober agriculture, as far as the inputs are concerned. And this is for a budget of around 800 million euros on a yearly basis, only for the agriculture sector. We also have to keep better evaluating the good health of the soils and to research together solutions that might improve the quality of the soils. The initiative 4 for 1000 is contributing to this effort through the scientific and technical committee and the research institutes that are member of this initiative. More than 45 projects have been benefiting from an assessment of the technical and scientific committee over the 3 past years. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a general overview of what France is doing to support sustainable agriculture in Africa, but also in the rest of the world. I know that you're all here together to discuss this. We are sharing the same values and the same wish to implement a sustainable and shared development. You can, of course, always rely on France to support this initiative, and I wish you a very successful and fruitful day of panel and discussions. Thank you very much.